we learned what exactly are modal verbs and which are these modal verbs. We learned the 4 important things about modal verbs. Number 1. It gives more meaning to the main verb. Number 2. It cannot stand alone. Number 3. The structure of the modal verb is modal verb plus verb's first form or base form. And number 4. It is also called a defective verb, as they have no s in the third person singular and they have no infinitive and ing forms. There are 10 modal verbs in English. Number 1 can, number 2 could, number 3 may, number 4 might, number 5 will, number 6 would, number 7 shall, number 8 should, number 9 must, and number 10 ought to. In part 2, we learned all about the modal verbs can and could. Here is the summary of it. Can and could both are used for showing ability. The modal verb can is used to show ability in the present form, while the modal verb could is used to show the ability in the past. Can and could both are used for requests and offers. The verb can is less polite and casual, while could is more polite and formal. Can and could both are used for possibility. Can is used to show general possibility, while could is used to show specific possibility. Can and could both are used for permission. The verb can is less polite and casual, while could is more polite and formal. In part 3, we learned all about the modal verb may and might. Here is the summary of it. May and might both are used for showing possibility. The modal verb may is used to show an event of more possibility, while the modal verb might is used to show an event of less possibility. May and might both are used for permission. May is more formal, while might is less formal. The modal verb may is also used to express a wish. In part 4, we learned all about the modal verb will and would. Here is the summary of it. Will and would both are used for showing futurity. The modal verb will is used to show an event in the future, while the modal verb would is a past form of will and is used in indirect speech. Will and would both are used for request and offer. Will is less polite and casual, while would is more polite and formal. Will and would both are used for habits. The modal verb will is used to show characteristic habits, while the modal verb would is used to show the past habits. Will and would both are used for situations. The modal verb will is used to show real situations, while the modal verb would is used to show imaginary situation. Will and would both are used for certainty. The modal verb will is used to show a more certain event, while the modal verb would is used to show the less certain event. In part 5, we learned all about the modal verb shall and should. Here is the summary of it. The modal verb shall is used in 5 possible ways. Number 1. Futurity. Number 2. Command, promise or threat. Number 3. Formal obligation. Number 4. Offer. And number 5. Advice or suggestion. And the modal verb should is used in 5 possible ways. Number 1. Past form of shall, and it is used in indirect speech. Number 2. Belief that may not be true. Number 3. Moral obligation. Number 4. Probability. And number 5. Advice or suggestion. In part 6, we learned all about the modal verb must and ought to. Here is the summary of it. The modal verb must is used in 3 possible ways. Number 1. Formal obligation. Number 2. Necessity. And number 3. Logical certainty. And the modal verb ought to may be used in 2 possible ways. Number 1. Moral obligation. And number 2. Probability. So these are all the modal verbs that we have already covered in our previous videos, and I have provided you a summary of them in this video. Now, I will be providing you an exercise to practice. In this exercise, you have to choose the correct modal verb between the two modal verbs that I will give. Also, I will provide you a hint so you can answer easily. So the sentences are, can or could you lift this box please? Hint, it's a polite request. May or might you live happily and long? Hint, it's a wish. She will or would talk about nothing but dance. Hint, it's a characteristic habit. You shall or should keep your promise. Hint, it's a moral obligation. One must or ought to obey the lockdown rules imposed by the government. Hint, it's a strict obligation as well as a necessity. Let's quickly revise what we learned in this lesson. First, we learned 4 important modal verbs characteristic. Number 1, it gives more meaning to the main verb. Number 2, it cannot stand alone. Number 3, the structure of modal verb is modal verb plus verb's first form or base form. And number 4, it is also called a defective verb. Then we learned the similarities and differences between various modal verbs. Number 1, can versus could. Number 2, may versus might. Number 3, will versus would. Number 4, shall versus should. And number 5, must versus ought to. Finally, I gave you an exercise to practice whose answers you will be giving me in the comment section. That's all in this video. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Like, comment, share and subscribe in case you found the video helpful. We will meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye.